got my red book on. It was cute too. Admitted. Let me tell y'all something. We got a show for y'all today that, listen, I've been talking about it for the past 2 weeks. I got real irritated and sad about it, shed tears about it because it's really in my spirit. I guess I can say it like that. Laura, how you doing before I get into it?
You know what? I'm good. I'm actually good. It's Wednesday. I'm excited about today's talk show. So I'm coming. I'm coming with an excitement to just chop some things down. Let's just chop some things down in today's show.
So today, I have ran into a series of men bashing, which they always talk about we are bashing, but a series of men bashing Black women. And not, wait, let me start. This is the kicker. It's Black men bashing Black women. And I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna try to get the video up. Not on here, but so y'all can hear the audio of this young man bashing Black women. Okay? Now he may think it's just him telling the truth. But I found out when you have not even experienced life, how do you know what you're talking about? Okay. I also want to talk about we want to talk about taking responsibility. Okay? Which has to happen. Which has to happen. Come on, Gloria, talk to us a little bit.
You know what? I believe that when it's our race, our masculine, leader that's bashing women, of our culture, it just brings me to like a certain type of mindset of like I just feel like you just gotta get to the root of why and what for. Like a lot of men, everybody got their own issues. Everybody, what I'm saying, go through a lot of different things, in relationships, what I'm saying, families. It's a lot of Black men who are still hurting and they have yet to be able to express. So they use social media, they use certain things that happen, they use social media as a platform to kind of express what's going on in their mind. And I don't think I mean, I have to speak from both sides. There's some who are bashing they put all Black women in the category, and then you got some that just go specifically been hurt one time, and then they just bashing that one woman. But I want to talk about the men who are bashing all Black women, the ones who put all Black women in a category of sorry, what I'm saying, or dependent, or gold diggers, or somebody needy, or we angry. You know what I'm saying? Like all these different scenarios with us as being Black women. I want to talk about the men who consistently bash us about about who we are and our emotions and feelings and how we respond to pretty much what y'all doing to us anyway. So,
and I'm gonna tell y'all, like I said, it was a lot of mixed emotions to it because I know that some men have been hurt by a Black woman. They like to say by a Black woman. But I know some men that have been left with the children. I know some men that are battling with the mother to get child support because he takes care of it. I know that men are going through the same thing that we are going through. And you notice I didn't say Black. I didn't say Black women. I said women, and I said men. And I think that it's a outright display of self-hate when our kings, like I said in our culture, when our kings feel this way about us. Now, don't get me wrong, not all men, all our Black men are talking like this.
No.
Oh no. Not all our Black men are talking like this, but we listen. Sisters United is about to talk about this topic. So before we get into it, I got to play the video. We're gonna look at the video, but y'all gonna hear the audio. So I'm gonna try to put it close enough where you can hear this audio. Oh.
mandated to make their family or everybody, even a lot of our own mandated.
Sure can take advantage of government assistance. Kick this out of the house. Join the feminist train and demonize your men. Allow billions of dollars every year to exit our community on fake aesthetics of beauty. Praise and join homosexual men while demonizing heterosexual men that assert themselves. Took our children away from us and used them as bargaining chips to further financially disenfranchise us. Use sex as a weapon in our intimate relationships to get what you want. Became the only women in the world to tell the world that they don't need their men. Perpetuated the trope that black women are the backbone of black communities, which directly implies that black men have no spine and are useless. Continually pushing the narrative that black women are the winners of the Impression Olympics while not having any metric of which they are treated worse than black men. Allow their weight to slip such that sexual attraction is diminished. Hot girls home. Engaged heavily in prostitution, legal sex work, OnlyFans, etc., and then demanded that your men protect and respect you. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I can make a part two.
Can somebody explain to me what black women is?
You can make a part two. Now,
You can make a part, which means that there's more that he's feeling, or there's more that he got to say about black women.
so let's go with that first part. Kick us out the house. Kick us out the house. Take the black man out the house. Now, I would have said if he would, I would have nothing to say if he said some black.
Yeah.
But he said black. And I feel like this. Take responsibility. Why did she put you out the house? Why did she put you out the house? Were you cheating? Come on. Were you abusing the children? Because let's be real, we know that it's abuse going on in households, it's cheating and affairs and disrespect going on in the household. So you telling me that a woman should keep you in that household regardless of all of these things that's going on with you? Oh my God. And I'll give it to you.
You know what? I've heard that there are some different race of women, when they men cheat, they don't put them out the house. Or they don't feel as far as letting that man be loose on their account. Like they don't think that we should kick them out, or we don't.
Yeah, they begin to blame themselves. They say he put it in this.
So what they do is they would rather, and this is serious. This is real serious. They would rather keep a family together. This is not. I don't know how many black people do this or not, but I know that in different races they do this. They would rather keep their family together, have that man cheat with another woman, come back home to them, than allow this man to be outside his household and do his dirt. You know what I'm saying? Then, not having this family, this portrayal of family. Basically, and this is funny because when we get mad, when we get upset, our mental state is important. Like, I guess y'all don't realize this. Like, us as black women, we do have a limit. We do get tired. Like, we've been going through so much all our lives trying to support the black man. But it's like, when you do something wrong, we're supposed to forgive you because we're feminine. We're supposed to let it go and continue to forgive you and support you mentally, emotionally, sexually, physically. Like, you want us to be those still swords while you're doing your dirt. But you never really submit and really apologize or really, make changes for your wrongdoing.
Well, they got that saying, men do what men do.
And that's fine.
A man gonna cheat, a man gonna this, but this is
if you gonna cheat, don't do it in my.
It's a breakdown in the household when you begin to make excuses for a man cheating, for a man robbing his own family. Because there are men on crack cocaine, there are men, on drugs, alcohol, they are gambling away their household finances. And the best way for a woman to take care of children and preserve any form of a family unit, she has to make a sacrifice. Now, who put her in that position? we never wanna face who put her in that position. And like I say, I'm gonna flip it. Who put him in that position? You know, like I say, we always want to make it a man versus woman. And then let me tell y'all something. While we tear each other apart, guess who's sitting back watching us? Everybody else. While this black man or this black woman is bashed, while we bashing and fighting each other, guess who's sitting back watching? I have never seen a video where a Hispanic man is just downgrading a Hispanic woman. Never seen it unless she cheated or he mad like that. But I never seen him say all Hispanic women. You understand what I'm saying? Because I promise you, his mama will pop him upside his head. Okay? I've never seen African men get on and downgrade African women. Yes, I've never seen white men just white women, this, that, and the other. But you hear it and see it in our culture. We have we make songs about it. Gold digger and we have to get a hold of this thing and understand that it's healing that has to take place on both sides in order for us to be one. In order for us to be one, both of us have to admit to what is going on and say, are we willing to do the work to fix it?
You know what? I heard you say, we are submissive. We are submissive. We want to be independent. You know why we want to be independent? Is because when y'all get an opportunity to do something for us and we begin to flourish, you instantly get this thing in your heart to where you feel like we're flourishing, you're not.
That's
For you, and now you want to compete, and now you want to stop the flow of the success from the woman because you feel like I'm a man, I should be. Yeah, and I feel like that's the problem. If you see a vision in a household with a black woman, and you got a vision too, but your vision ain't operating, it ain't flowing, it ain't flourishing, it's not going, it ain't organized, it ain't put together, there's no foundation. It is you. You a man. You have to be responsible and say, okay, this right here is making us paying the bills. This right here is keeping us flowing. This is right here is
let's be behind each other.
Let's support one another. But why is it that this is why black women are independent? This is why we don't want your money. This is why we don't want you, paying for nothing, because we feel like every time we do this opportunity, you know what I'm saying, or you feel like you want to support, and then when you get mad, you wanna when you get mad, you wanna destroy everything that we didn't build. But we didn't just build it for ourselves. We both eat off this plate. We both going on vacation. It's not like I'm doing it by myself. So it's like I think that I think it goes back to our roots. It goes all the way back to slavery, when a black man couldn't do for himself, but when he finally got a white man. Right, and when he finally get in a position to be able to be superior, it's like you get big-headed, you get hot-headed. You know what I'm saying? Now you use your authority and your weight to be controlling or to be deceptive or to, trying to continue to destroy the image of a black woman.
But but think about it. And just like we talk about the Civil War, how can you take over a country? You gotta get the country fight on itself. So it's the same thing with black African American household. This seed was planted, like you said, a long time ago. Yeah. But unless we are willing to identify the group, right, and then begin to correct what's going on within each one of us, right, then we cannot grow. We cannot be better families and better men and better women. Some of us are I want to go back to what you said before I get go deeper into that. When you said when you see the other spouse flourishing or your mate, succeeding in things and achieving in things, and something comes over you, and you begin to pick and fight with your mate. You begin to downgrade them and make them feel because you have something going on within you. You have something, a battle that you're fighting within yourself. Because most men were taught that that a man provides, a man does this, and a man does that, and a man takes care of his own. And we don't understand the difference between emotional support. We think that support just means how much money you bring in and put on the table. But sometimes it means your support. Sometimes it means you building your wife up, you building your husband up. Can you be all that that person needs to be, even if they are doing better than you? So you think you're doing better than you financially? Can you still be on the team? Can you still understand that you are still on the team? It's so many men that withdraw their support, they withdraw their money, their money or whatever to spite or to see that person fall back to a level to where they can handle it. You know, some men can't handle a woman that's independent. Some you see what I'm saying? Some men can't handle a woman that's so financially independent till he don't know where his place is. You see what I'm saying? That means that you need to go back to the drawing board and really understand what being a partner, to what being a friend, you need to reevaluate all of those things. Because when you feel low when your woman makes more money, it's something else going on with you.
Yeah.
That's not,
No, for real.
for real. I mean, it's something going on. When your wife comes in and has got a raise on her job, and all you feel is anger and irritation, something's going on with you.
Yeah.
You know, it has nothing to do with her.
Yeah.
And then I have experienced a man just tearing into when his funds run low. He goes off and he's attacking everybody. You, how much money did you spend? What you spend on it? What? And before you know it, that woman is sitting there like, what's going on? We need to address so many things. We talked about it on the last show. We need to address mental illness. We need to address generational curses. We need to address what is a true, what is really a true good relationship, right? How can we both stay in this relationship with both one person is growing more or changing and evolving and you feel stuck? You know, you don't know how to evolve with the situation. You see what I'm saying? So you immediately attack. Can we address all of that stuff? There's so many dynamics to this whole conversation where that's why I say when that young man got to talking, I was like, so sad.
Yeah.
That is so sad.
Because one person hurt him.
Yeah.
He got hurt by one woman, probably two, maybe three Black women that may have hurt him, cut him in a way, and he's responding based off the hurt that he received, from a Black woman. But, and I understand, like, let's just be clear, like, we do understand that there are women who are very
vicious.
You know what I'm saying? Vicious, deceptive, controlling. There are Black women. I'm not saying it do not exist, because there is some Black women who are the devil, like strictly like just evil because they can be, or they just want to be, or they feel like they're superior and they make more money. There are women really, what I'm saying, beat the Black man up in a relationship.
Oh, yeah, tear 'em up.
Because they feel like they either know more than that person, or they came from a background where they family had money and they family didn't. So it's like they use that power to try to destroy the Black man. And I understand.
Or right there. Or that mother talk to their dad like that.
Monkey see, monkey do. So they saw their daddy be controlling and abusive. And you know what it's called? I'm gonna say it on camera. It's called passive aggressiveness. Passive aggressiveness. Y'all gotta stop that for real. Passive, because all it does is it plants seeds in the heart of your spouse and it makes them more vulnerable. You just add more fire. When you be passive aggressive or when you try to be controlling or try to destroy your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever. Like when you try to be passive aggressive or you try to add to the frustration that you already got going on within yourself, it only makes things worse. You're not coming together, you just creating a division in your own household
In your own household.
because you have yet to learn how to deal with your jealousy. You've been jealous all your life. And now you're in a marriage jealous. And now you're in a relationship jealous. You jealous of your children. You just like it's a spirit of this, these things are roots. And if we don't know how to deal with these things from the root, then we'll never grow. We'll never have a powerful household.
And everybody, and not only that, everybody else will always be the problem.
Yeah.
That's why I always say, let's go back to take responsibility. You know, and I agree, and I'm saying it too. I'm not saying that there are not man bashers out there. You know, I believe that Black men are one of the strongest, are the strongest men on earth. But how can that be activated? You get what I'm saying? And how can it stay activated? We have to take responsibility, women and men, for where we are.
Right.
We have to.
Right.
Because I was listening to one thing, and like I said, one of the things that make me mad and sad about it is that he hasn't lived long enough to say all Black women. You get what I'm saying? He doesn't understand that. And I go back to the dynamic of you have a man who's on drugs. You have a man that's spending the finance. You have a man. Let's forget about the household. Let's go into just people. Period. Right? You got men that are pimping women, that are making themselves their bodies. You have husbands that are raping their wives. You have so many different scenarios going on within this world, households, whatever. You got it going on. So we have to be very careful about these stones that we're throwing at each other. You get what I'm saying? This man we talked about last week killed his whole family. It was a man that had been married to his wife for years, I think they was in their 30 years of marriage. And she wanted a divorce. And he killed her. Put her in the trunk of the car. Drove the car, he was still in the front seat, drove the car over into the river and killed himself in the car. How do let's heal, let's do work to figure out about these things that's going on with our mental health in these relationships. Let's just stop, because you can find an angry Black woman, you'll find a messed up past. Do you get what I'm saying? Or a messed up relationship with a father, or a messed up relationship with a dad. Even watching Love and Hip Hop, which is one of my favorite shows. And people say, what? That's one of my favorite shows because I read behaviors that's going on in our community. You have one woman, she's always fighting with her man, stalking and talking prayers to him, beating him upside the head, domestic violence, right? Then you go and look at the dynamic of her and her mother's relationship. She can't stand her mother. You know, her and her mother don't get along. She cussed her mother. Her mother was on drugs. Her mother left the house. Her mother prostituted her. You know, all kinds of stuff going on. And these are stars. Okay. So
these are your role models.
These are role models. But these are also people that need to be healed. These behaviors came from somewhere. I don't care what it is, it's rooted. It has a root. It comes from somewhere. And until we are willing, again, I go right back to it, to do the work. Face our past. Some people don't want to deal. Some people's personality has split because that's somebody else. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm happy, joy. I'm this person, that person. But you say something about their mama, they turn into a completely different person. We got stuff in our culture that needs to be dealt with. I always talk about sweeping it under the rug. One day somebody gonna trip over. Okay?
Yeah, somebody could snatch it.
Somebody snatch it. Like, snatch it. Stop playing. Yo, look, the uncle molested this one. You know, she grew up Her mama told her, "Oh, you just fast." Come on, we black culture. We always tell our like we shrug our kids off with that. She fast. She just fast. She told you that so and so touched her. Her behavior has changed, and you tell her she fast. No, you need to figure out why she's like that. Who touched her? Who messed with her? Who disrupted her?
Somebody to rob her from her innocence.
Oh,
But we don't want to address these issues because it's too deep,
oh.
or it ain't happened to me, so it ain't my problem. Like, let me say my brother. It ain't happened to me, so it ain't my problem. It ain't happened to my child. It happened to your child. Or you get in a relationship with, you get in a marriage. Oh, that's your past. It ain't my past.
That's your bad. It ain't my bad. I don't have to deal with it. But the thing is, and a lot of people don't believe this, but I'm gonna tell you, there's no way for you to heal be all the way before you meet your spouse. Oh, yeah, you gotta be 100%. That's not real. That's not real. It's some things that's dormant. It's some things that you're gonna find out when you get into that intimate relationship. You could be so in love with a person and get, oh my God, it's so hot. Get in that commitment. Oh my God, you can't stand it, take it up your nerves. Come on. And guess what? That spouse, that partner, that teammate now has to help you do the work. Because guess what? It's some things that's gonna come up with your teammate. And guess what? You're gonna be there to help them do. But both people have to understand this is what's happening. We don't like to take responsibility for the devil's work. Come on. Oh, I'm just like this. Oh, this is just the way I am. No, this is some things that look, why okay. Why do I respond in a negative way every time something positive is said? You need to discover what that is. Discover what it is. Where did it start? What's the source?
It's like when me and my husband first got married, he had to help me create a new normal because things that was normal to me were so dysfunctional and toxic from my childhood that when I got married, it was something. There was a lot of things. I'm not gonna say some. There were a lot of things that I had to change, but I was willing to change because now I'm bringing new people involved, children.
That had nothing to do with
exactly. So if I'm going to have a prosperous or a productive or a solid family, then the foundation of this family got to be fixed. There are some things that needs to be changed, healed. There needs to be things that need to be talked about. There are some things that need to be exposed.
And you know, one of the toughest things for us to do is to be vulnerable to each other. Because once that person gives you a sign of something that happened to you in the past, first thing you do is build that wall. But another thing, we have to, by identifying the different things that's going on with us, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and having our children watch us repent, watch us correct, watch us do better. It makes them a better person. It helps them. One thing they used to teach in school is conflict resolution. Yes. They don't teach that anymore. So now you got a bunch of people out there just winging it. They just winging it. But when you teach your children how to process, how to deal, how to respond to conflict, how to understand arguing is good, right? An argument is good because he's able to say what he needs to say, and you're able to say what you need to say, and then get to a resolution, right? You raise up children that's able to process correctly. But when you don't show them how to, oh, mama mad and she's gonna cuss daddy out, and daddy just take it and he just walk away or he just go fix or something, but he does not talk about it. That's what you're depositing into the children. And guess what? That's what you call generation curse. It revisits, it comes back, it comes out through the child. Look, and you sit at the table saying, "She got that for me."
Yes. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. There are a lot of things that my middle child does that I know. I just know without a shadow of doubt that she got it from me. And here I am as an adult, mad. I'm pissed off because I have yet to embrace the fact that she got it from me. But not only embrace it, I'm against it so much that it's causing division. Because once you can't conquer what you don't expose. You know what I'm saying? And even if it is exposed, some people still don't conquer it because they're not mentally mature. Mature, like y'all gotta stop being. That's why I say don't get into these relationships with these immature people. I mean, like when you start dating a person, you see signs of immaturity, you need to already know. Like, hey,
some people take. If he look good, or she look good, or she represents, what they need for that moment, they will put up with these things. They'll take a relationship. You have just married a temporary person. You know, you just committed to a temporary.
Because there's some things in that person's life that add to what you have going in your life. So it's like it outbalances itself, but it does. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like, okay, if I'm in a relationship with you, like this person got a lot of money. This person can clean up real good, and I know I can clean, and I don't want to clean up, so I'm gonna use this person because they know how to clean, but this person don't know how to pay bills. This person don't know how to manage money. This person can't even cook, but they can clean up. You get what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta stop just picking the person for what you need them for, but figure out how to way to add to them in every other area that they lack. You know what I'm saying? But that person gotta be receptive. That's why you gotta date before you just say I do. Like date this person, figure out what it is.
I'm talking about date them.
No,
I mean date them as long as you need to take out something. You can date a person for a year and be like, oh, we getting married. Oh, this is one. Baby, let me tell you. Sure. If you I always tell people, you gotta see them when they don't have money. You gotta see them, go in there and see how they live. You gotta do a surprise little knock on their door so you can see how their house looks. Come on. You gotta meet their friends. You need to meet their sisters and brothers. You need to see, and then you need to be honest. Can I deal with this?
Yeah.
Is this for me? Because a lot of times we take on stuff that ain't for us to take on. But anyway, today this show right here, these statements. What's happening to our culture from the inside out is sad. It really, really is. And I'm hoping that we can the Black men and women can begin to cancel this curse. Because it's a generation. It's a generation curse. And I'm hoping that we can get to the point where we can have an honest conversation and cry together or whatever we need to get to a place here. So we can stop seeing our Black men, our Black women back. We gotta listen. We can say some things that put a man out of his damn stuff. It'll take him a minute to get back up out of it. So I'm hoping that we can all just, we can get better with it. It was another video that we have in our room. What's the guy's name?
His name is Kevin.
Oh.
He counsels women.
He counsels women.
He counsels women, basically giving them advice on relationship, how to be submissive, like, he does things of that sort, and the videos that I've seen him do are videos the video that I've seen him do was pretty much, dealing with single Black women. So here's a video, a snippet of pretty much what, we basically touching on.
When you say play the background, you mean play the background. Play your natural role. My natural role as a wife? Yes, the background. I don't think a natural role as a wife is in the background. Show me where in the world a natural wife is in front. She's not in front of you, she's beside. No, she's not. Why she's not, Kevin? Are you not here for show sign? Don't do that now, Kevin. I'm gonna give you my view.
Okay, but when the verbal comes, are you saying it side when somebody put it breaking down, so you side by side your husband, or you saying it behind it, because he's going to change bully?
To be honest, I'm standing beside my husband because you're at a place. Why am I at a place?
Oh my
Am
God.
I the master for it?
Oh my God. Hell yeah. Your place, oh my God, oh no. Why God? I'm telling you why you're out of place. Your place is behind your husband, guarding the children.
Okay. Okay.
So when your mother, how about your grandmother?
Okay.
Was she married?
That's another thing, Mr. Kevin.
Hold on. We come back to that. Was your grandmother married?
Yes, my grandmother was, but that's the thing with I'm trying to explain to you. We have two different generations right now. The generation that you're trying to explain to us, my generation is not living like that.
Yeah, and that's why you're dying by yourself.
But who says there is a man that's willing to pay me for him to be for me?
Why ain't you married? Hey, look at the stats. No more for your army. Prior to 1965, black people married at a rate of 8%. You go out to any cemetery, you will see black men married next to a black woman. But you go after 1990, you'll start seeing black women married around their children.
Why is that?
Because y'all are unsubmissive, out of line.
Well,
Listen, go to a restaurant on Friday or Saturday night, and you'll see a mama. You may see her with her mother and a bunch of kids. There will be no husband.
Well, how many women at that point in time had to be in education? Everybody was in education.
What's your degree mean?
Why doesn't it mean anything?
What's your degree?
But why doesn't it mean
What's the degree?
That's not the question.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. No, I'll tell you, no, because almost 90% of the degrees women get are in humanities.
That's not the question.
Yes, it is.
That's not it.
You don't seem to understand. A fucking communications degree is pointless.
How is it pointless? Who said I'm my education? Am I doing?
I don't know how to, I just want to, this is my only comment against what he's saying. He's saying that we unruly and we're unsubmissive. I guess he's talking about the women who are, because there are a lot of women who aren't, I'm saying who are unruly and unsubmissive, but then you have those women who are submissive and very respectful to their husband, and they still get treated like a dog. They still are, the man ain't submissive to them, or the man ain't, you know what I'm saying? The man is not
Because the Bible says submit yourself unto God. That's what the Bible says.
Or wives submit yourselves.
Wives to your own husband.
Right.
And then it says for husband to love his wife like you love yourself, because you would harm yourself.
Yeah, that's, but the thing is, I'm not gonna say but like he was saying that what if your degree don't matter. But what if, like, okay, so if in this generation times are different and men are more so lazier in this generation, our black men, some of them, not all of them, but I can say there are a lot of black men that ain't willing to go the extra mile to provide for their family like a black woman should do. Like, you see more black women out here grinding harder than a black man nowadays, because black men have just wanted to kick their feet up and watch TV and play the game. Like, it's not a lot of, and then, what I'm saying, for those who do go to work, those who do clock in, when they come home, it's like they always got an attitude. Or they always, something ain't right. Or they find ways to get pissed off at you because they've been at work all day and you've been at home. So now, it's like, you need to be at work because I'm at work. Well, I think they have a lot of trust issues.
Well, I think that let me go here, because my mama had to tell me this, everybody was raised the same. And I think that this guy's problem is that he's going, and you cannot put two married couples in the room and expect their marriages to mirror each other. Because what one wife needs from her husband, the other wife may not. Well, one husband needs from his wife, the other husband may not need from his wife. And I think that when you have a skirted person like this, it's just everything, any woman that's achieving anything is out of order. She's supposed to be in the closet waiting on the man to tell her what to do. You know, come on. We all have evolved. The world has evolved. Used to be a time where women could not go to school. Girls could not go, women could not go to college, or women could not vote. But we're in 2020. And we have to get to a place where we respect each other. We have to respect each other. Nobody has to be with you.
Yeah.
Let me just put that on the table. Real point blank. Nobody has to be with you. Nobody has to iron your clothes. Nobody has to. And get what I'm saying. You hear what I'm saying? Nobody has to do that for you. Okay? Your mother did that for you. Okay? Your mother did it for you, and then she taught you how to do it for yourself. Nobody has to do that. But if someone gets with you and that's what you require of them and they submit to that, then okay. If you don't want a woman that is strong and independent, don't marry one.
Yeah.
If you don't want a woman who can think for herself and that can say 1 + 1 = 2, then don't marry her. If you want a woman that's domestic, get you a domestic woman. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't want a woman, look, I'm just saying, if you want a woman that's coldish and that dresses with, she has to dress down to her ankles, and you know what I'm saying, and she always looks down and don't look you in your eye, and she says massa, then marry one, find one. But I'm telling you, this dude and all his minions, y'all need to get it together. That is you are skating on stupid and sliding on slow, because that's not happening. Women have evolved, right? Marry somebody that respects who you are. And that goes for a woman and a man. Marry somebody that respects who you are. Okay? I'm not saying respects who you are until they can't deal with who they are. I said that respects who you are and you respect who they are. Okay? You might get a man that can't change the tire, right? If you can't change the tire when you marry him, don't get mad because he can't change it after. Can I just be real? If you marry a woman that can't cook, okay, and she was ordering takeout, come on, and she was picking up food from her mama's house, and she was doing that before she married you, don't think that she's all of a sudden going to become a gourmet cook for Rachel Ray after you marry. We all got a problem deflecting. All because you are not who you want to be or desire to be, if you haven't achieved that, you're going to get mad at somebody that has achieved what they set out. Deal with your own stuff. Deal with your own stuff. That's great.
And it's true. Like, stop playing the blame game.
Oh.
Like, why this she did this for me. So why you can't do like stop comparing your past to your future. Like if your past was supposed to be your future, then why you didn't marry your past?
Yeah, don't find it.
Yeah, like why you didn't stay there? Apparently it was something that didn't work out. So now you're here. So focus on what is now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know why I'm touching bases back with this, but in my marriage, because I'm very transparent. I can't be on here and not be transparent. In my marriage, when I couldn't cook, honestly, like I did not know how to cook. When my husband met me, I did not know how to cook. You know what he did? He got in the kitchen, he started cooking. And you know what? The first couple of times I didn't want to be in the kitchen. He wanted me to be in the kitchen so I can learn how to cook. But I did not want to be in the kitchen because I was still young. I was still dumb, okay? I was still wild. I still wanted to do me. But in the beginning, it was like he seen something inside of me that he knew that eventually would be good for the both of us. So it took me to get me together in order for me to be everything I need to be towards him. He didn't beat me up because I didn't do it. He just did it so good by himself to where I was like, okay, let me do it. You know what? Let me do it.
Come back, baby.
something activated in me to where I'm like, okay, if this man going to work, is he still coming home with the meal for everybody? Okay, what am I doing? Why am I here? You know what I'm saying? So eventually I started picking up the habits that he had, but this goes from learned behavior growing up in a household where, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't always seen a woman doing things or whatever. I'm used to women working all the time.
You know, we have to have that patience. And I feel like don't get with somebody that you don't have patience with. Because I'm telling you, I've seen some people together that I feel like shouldn't be together at all.
Right.
Because the way he handles her, he calls her sorry and raggedy and all this kind of stuff. And why did you get with her?
When you already knew.
But you know, it's some people that they so infatuated with a person's outward appearance till they look past a bunch of stuff and then realize later, okay, this is getting old. You know, oh you pretty, but what else you can't do? You see what I'm saying? And I had a friend like that. They get with it because she was just you. I mean, to them she was tall, beautiful, slim, whatever. But then after a while, when she wouldn't be what they needed, not what they wanted, but what they needed, all of a sudden she got to find something else to go. You got to go with him. So, ooh,
that's crazy. Like that. You don't be with nobody because they got a big booty and big titties, or they got good hair, or they fine. Like, y'all better wake up. This is not. I'm telling you, this is not the time for that. Like that stuff get old. When they get 50, 60, what happens when you get this man with this six pack? Then
it turned to a gal.
I just gotta be serious, real. You get this man with these triceps and these biceps, but then in his personal areas, it ain't where you want it to be.
My Lord.
Okay.
I didn't see that coming.
Okay, it ain't where you.
But that's good.
It ain't where you want to be. Can you still love him after it don't work no more? Can you still be with him? Can you still help him fold his clothes, iron his clothes? Can you still be submissive if it don't work no more?
That's the truth.
I'm just saying. That's why you don't marry a person for looks.
Yeah, another thing. You don't do it for the right reason. Like, you can have a roller coaster. Because I tell people, I say, man, if that man is if he's drinking heavy now, his kid is leaving late. And when the kid gets old, I just say, this lady told me, I just can't believe I don't know what I'm gonna do. You better fall in love for real. When you make that commitment, you say you're gonna get married, and I don't care how young and like they say, rural, I don't care. I don't care. I told my husband, I said, hey, I don't want to cook no more. I told him this. Me and my husband had straight up conversation when we got together. I don't want to cook no more. I'm sick of it. I was cooking this. Y'all don't even understand the boys I was cooking. And I said, I want to do two things. I want to, find out who I am, as far as business, as far as, what I'm going to do with my life. I got pregnant at 17 and 16, had a baby at 17. So from 17 on up, I've been a mom. When that last one graduated, I told him straight up, I want to do this. I want to but it's a conversation that we had to have. These are the conversations we have to have. I said, honey, I'm trying to go over, sit on the porch and swat flies. And what I meant was, I'm in this. We're gonna have ups and downs, we're gonna have problems. One of us gonna grow in an area, the other person gonna and we gotta be able to support one another. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna do things I don't like, I'm gonna do things you don't like. But are we in love with each other? Some folks be like, I can't stand it. You ain't been married 7 years. You didn't have a business getting married first. You understand what I'm saying? So again, we go within our culture. within our culture. And it sounds like it's a conversation that needs to be had. It sounds like it's healing that needs to go on. It sounds like that we need to learn what real love is. Real love for our mothers, real love for our children, real love for our spouses, real love for ourselves. Come on here. Can we?
Can we? To the guys who made the video, I just submit to you that you know what you want. You know, I appreciate Kevin who's actually, trying to mentor the women that he feel like, because some women that get on there, they are brutally, there are a lot of women, there are a lot of black women who you can't tell them nothing. There are some, like literally, there are some black women in this generation where they feel like they it. Can't no man tell me what to do. Like, hey, you need to stay single. For real. Stay single. Not at all. But if you want to be independent, if you don't want nobody to tell you what to do, if you ain't ready to submit, stay single, stop playing games with men who are, husband material. If you single material, be single until you get ready to be married. But if in a marriage, it's teamwork. It's teamwork.
It's teamwork. Yes, it is. And a lot of times we don't that's my husband. Start it off the way you want it to go.
Absolutely.
But listen, and I like that comment. Start it off the way you want it to go. Okay? That goes for both people. Start it off the way you want it to go. Now start it off the way you know it look and trust the way you started up. Don't again, when you start it off the way you want to go, you gotta know too that you're gonna get older. Your desires are gonna change. And y'all have to as a team transition, change together. How about
teamwork make the marriage work?
Teamwork make the world work. Teamwork make the dream work.
Teamwork make you work. Because if we working together as a team and we building each other up, you know what I'm saying? So teamwork make you work. It make you better. It helps you elevate. Let's not make videos about bashing our black men or our black women. Let's make videos on how we can uplift. You know what I'm saying? Instead of talking about what it is, let's talk about what you want. Let's talk don't get on there talking about what happened to you. Who cares? Nobody cares about what happened to you. I'm tired of hearing about what happened in these South Florida. Let's talk about what you want now. Let's talk about what you learned now.
But another thing, now, I guess you have to talk about what you did, but I guess what she's saying.
But really,
I'm serious because a lot of men and women are paying for what your past did. And I need you to tell me what your past did. So as soon as you treat you like your past, I can say, that right there.
That ain't me.
That ain't me.
That ain't me. That's what the person did.
Yeah.
So why
drop that bag off?
Why
you talking to me like that? I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing to you. That's price too high.
But better yet, if you are single and you do desire to be in a relationship, learn some stuff about you. The best thing that I ever did, and I waited till I got married to do this. I started asking God to expose me to me.
Yeah.
And when he started exposing, and believe me when I tell you the truth, when he started exposing me to me, I started seeing things about me that was disgusting and ugly. I mean, there was so much things about me that I knew I needed to change. That's the thing. Like, if God do reveal to you who you truly are as a person, are you going to change, or are you going to stay the same? You really going
now that's what's powerful. When you can accept the things about you and then confess them and then say, let me do the work. Yeah. I go right back to that, let me do the work. It's a lot of people that drag their spouses, they drag them. Spouses trying to love you, the spouse is trying to be there for you and try to be what you need. You got them schizophrenic and bipolar just off of living with you. Because they don't know if you, like they say, coming out of a bag on. They don't know where you're coming from one day to the next. Please Please heal. Please be honest. If you're hurting, say you're hurt. God can't heal you unless you say, He don't force your will. So you gotta say, I'm hurt. You gotta say, I'm disappointed. I've been let down. I've been this, because guess what? The next person that come up, you finna drag. You finna drag them. You finna look, you're gonna start off perpetuating in love and I've been looking for somebody. Because some of these people on rebound, they didn't heal from that nasty fiasco. So they on the rebound. And guess what? I can feel for the person that they rebound with because they're finna catch it. You understand? So let's heal and let's do the work. I'm through for the day.
Yeah. Today was awesome too.
I got something
Yeah,
that pertains to you. And I agree with Gloria. I have no problem with what these men said. My problem is they need to heal. You are talking about a place of hurt and disappointment, and you need to heal. Our men are crying out for healing, and our women are crying out for healing as well. Women do it different. We just move on, we don't deal with you at all.
Here's the thing. Let me say this. If the guys who making these videos can put on social media they knew they current relationship or their current marriage, we good. But if you single and you talk like that, then you still bitter.
Yeah, you bitter. You're bitter. You're broken.
Yeah.
And guess what? There's healing.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so that's enough for me today. Chloe, want to start to sign off?
Meet us back here next Wednesday, 10 a.m. Same talk show. Sisters United.
Sisters United.
But I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good Wednesday.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week.